Ludwig van Beethoven, a name synonymous with musical genius, emerged from humble beginnings. Born in Bonn, Germany in 1770, his musical journey began in the cradle. His father, a court musician, recognized his son's prodigious talent early on. Young Ludwig's days were filled with rigorous musical training, often under duress. His father, a strict disciplinarian, saw in him the potential for greatness, perhaps even a second Mozart. Despite a difficult childhood, Beethoven's talent blossomed. He absorbed musical knowledge like a sponge, mastering the keyboard and experimenting with composition at a tender age. His early compositions, though reflecting the classical style of the time, hinted at the revolutionary path he would later forge. By his early teens, he was already a skilled performer and composer, attracting the attention of local patrons. Beethoven's early years were marked by a duality, the discipline of his musical upbringing and the stirrings of a unique artistic voice. He absorbed the works of Mozart and Haydn, the giants of the classical era, while simultaneously yearning for a bolder, more expressive language. This period laid the foundation for the musical titan he would become, a composer who would shatter conventions and redefine the very essence of music. In 1792, at the age of 22, Beethoven embarked on a pivotal journey to Vienna, the musical heart of Europe. Vienna, a city pulsating with artistic energy, welcomed the young prodigy with open arms. Here he sought out the tutelage of the renowned composer Joseph Haydn, hoping to refine his skills and establish his reputation. Haydn, recognizing Beethoven's extraordinary talent, took him under his wing. The two composers, though separated in age and temperament, formed a unique bond. Haydn, the master of classical form and elegance, saw in Beethoven a raw, untamed force. Beethoven, while respecting Haydn's legacy, chafed against the constraints of tradition, his music already hinting at a bolder, more dramatic style. Vienna provided fertile ground for Beethoven's artistic growth. He immersed himself in the city's rich musical life, attending concerts, composing prolifically, and captivating audiences with his virtuosic piano playing. His reputation as a brilliant, albeit unconventional composer spread rapidly. He befriended wealthy patrons who recognized his genius and provided him with financial support, allowing him to focus on his art. This support was crucial, enabling Beethoven to dedicate himself fully to his music, setting the stage for his future masterpieces. Beethoven's music, from the outset, displayed a remarkable depth and intensity. His early works, while adhering to classical structures, pulsed with an emotional depth that set him apart from his contemporaries. He infused his compositions with a dramatic flair, pushing the boundaries of harmony and structure, hinting at the revolutionary path he would soon embrace. As Beethoven matured, his music underwent a profound transformation. He began to break free from the confines of classical form, forging a new path that embraced emotional expression and individualistic fervor. His compositions became bolder, more dramatic, and infused with a raw energy that startled and captivated audiences. He explored new harmonic landscapes, experimented with rhythmic complexity, and imbued his music with a sense of grandeur and emotional depth rarely heard before. This period marked the emergence of Beethoven's unique voice. His Symphony No. 3, Eroica, originally dedicated to Napoleon Bonaparte, embodied this shift. It was a monumental work, epic in scope and ambition, that shattered the conventions of the symphony and ushered in the Romantic era. Beethoven's music became a conduit for his own struggles and triumphs, his joys and sorrows expressed with an honesty and emotional intensity that resonated deeply with audiences. This era of his work not only redefined the symphony, but also set the stage for the future of classical music. As Beethoven's musical genius reached its zenith, a cruel twist of fate threatened to silence his creative voice forever. In his late 20s, he began to experience the first signs of tinnitus, a persistent ringing in his ears. This marked the onset of a tragic affliction that would plague him for the rest of his life: deafness. The gradual loss of his hearing was a devastating blow to Beethoven. Music was not merely his profession, it was his lifeblood, his solace, his means of communication with the world. The realization that he was losing his ability to hear the sounds he so masterfully created plunged him into despair. He contemplated suicide, as evidenced in his poignant Heiligenstadt testament, a letter addressed to his brothers expressing his anguish and despair. Yet, even in the face of this devastating affliction, Beethoven's spirit refused to be broken. He withdrew from society, seeking solace in his work. He continued to compose, relying on his inner ear, his musical imagination, and his unwavering determination. His music, far from becoming subdued or resigned, took on a new intensity, a raw power that reflected his struggle against fate. He conducted his own compositions, unable to hear the orchestra, but driven by an inner force that resonated through his every gesture. Beethoven's journey through this storm of silence became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and his music, a beacon of hope and defiance. Beethoven's late period witnessed the creation of some of the most profound and enigmatic works in the Western musical canon. His deafness, far from hindering his creativity, seemed to liberate his imagination, allowing him to explore uncharted musical territories. His compositions became increasingly complex, pushing the boundaries of traditional form and harmony. His late string quartets, considered by many to be his greatest achievements, are testaments to his genius. These works are characterized by their intricate counterpoint, their emotional depth, and their philosophical weight. They are intimate yet profound, introspective yet universal, reflecting the composer's own struggles and triumphs, his isolation and his yearning for connection. Beethoven's Symphony No. 9, with its iconic Ode to Joy finale, stands as a towering achievement of Western civilization. This monumental work, premiered in 1824, combines orchestral grandeur with choral majesty, celebrating the unity of humanity and the power of hope. It is a testament to Beethoven's enduring belief in the human spirit, his ability to find solace and transcendence through music, even in the face of profound adversity. His music continues to inspire and uplift, transcending time and space, a true testament to his genius and spirit. Beethoven's death in 1827 at the age of 56 sent shockwaves throughout the musical world. He was mourned not just as a composer, but as a cultural icon, a symbol of artistic genius and indomitable spirit. His music, once considered radical and challenging, had become an integral part of the Western musical canon, influencing generations of composers to come. His legacy extended far beyond the realm of music. Beethoven's life story, his struggle against deafness, his unwavering determination, and his transcendent music became an inspiration to artists, writers, and thinkers across disciplines. He embodied the romantic ideal of the artist as a solitary genius, grappling with inner demons and external forces, striving to express the inexpressible through their art. Today, Beethoven's music continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. His symphonies, piano sonatas, and string quartets are performed in concert halls and opera houses, studied in conservatories, and enjoyed in homes across the globe. His music transcends time and culture, speaking to... Pause 3S. Beethoven's influence extends far beyond the 19th century, permeating modern music in ways both subtle and profound. His compositions have been reinterpreted across diverse genres, from jazz and rock to electronic music, showcasing their timeless appeal and versatility. One of the most notable examples is the adaptation of Beethoven's works in film scores. His Symphony No. 9, particularly the Ode to Joy, has been used in countless movies to evoke a sense of triumph and humanity. Directors and composers alike turn to Beethoven's music to underscore pivotal moments, adding emotional depth and historical resonance to their narratives. In the realm of popular music, artists have sampled Beethoven's melodies, integrating classical motifs into contemporary songs. This fusion of genres highlights the enduring relevance of his work, bridging the gap between classical and modern audiences. Beethoven's impact on modern composers is equally significant. Many contemporary classical musicians draw inspiration from his innovative structures and emotional expressiveness. They seek to push the boundaries of musical form and expression, much like Beethoven did in his own time. Educational institutions continue to uphold Beethoven as a paragon of musical excellence. His compositions are a staple in music curricula worldwide, serving as both a challenge and an inspiration to aspiring musicians. Students study his works to understand the complexities of harmony, rhythm, and thematic development. Beyond the concert hall and classroom, Beethoven's legacy is celebrated in popular culture. His image and music are ubiquitous, appearing in advertisements, video games, and even as ringtones. This widespread presence attests to the universal appeal and recognition of his genius. Beethoven's life and work remind us of the power of perseverance and the transformative potential of art. His ability to create beauty from adversity continues to inspire millions, proving that true artistry transcends time and circumstance. As we listen to Beethoven's music today, we are not just hearing notes and rhythms, we are connecting with a profound human experience, one that speaks to our shared struggles and triumphs. In this way, Beethoven remains a vital and dynamic force in the modern world, his influence as potent now as it was over 2 centuries ago. Beethoven's music is more than a historical artifact. It is a living, breathing testament to the enduring power of creativity and the human spirit. Through his work, we find a bridge between the past and the present, a source of inspiration that continues to shape the future of music and art.